I'm Big Cal, and welcome to my world. It is the end of the month, which only means one thing: DIY gaming box time. So, in case you don't know what happens at the end of every one of these videos, I spin this roulette wheel right here. Whatever number it lands on correlates with a games console that I own, and then for the next month I have to buy for that console with a budget of £25, trying to get a nice mix of quality and quantity. Alright, so last month I span the wheel and it landed on the Xbox 360. A console I'm not really that bothered about. I got one, my friend Luke sent me one a few years ago. There was a big video of that when I unboxed it all. He sent me the console and a stack of games, and it was almost all the games that I wanted for it. I've picked up maybe 5 games, 6 since then for the console. It's been years, because there's just not that much that I want for it in terms of exclusives anyway. I had most of the exclusives I wanted, got the few more that I needed, and that was that. When it comes to multi-platform games, because I had the PlayStation 3 for years before, I got the games on that instead, and that's what I just continue to do. I prefer the PlayStation 3, just me. So, trying to come up with an idea for what to get this month for the 360 was extraordinarily difficult. Yeah, thankfully, my friend Danny, thank you, she came up with the idea that, well, one of the games on my want list is a game that came out on the previous generation, but only got a HD remaster version, port, whatever, on the 360. Now, because the 360 came out basically a year before the PS3, there were a lot of games that were on the PS2, the original Xbox and the GameCube, that got a HD port, remaster, re-release, whatever, on the 360, that never made it to the PlayStation 3, because by then they were already far too old, and who would want them by that time? Yeah, so I decided to look out for some games that were Xbox 360 HD release exclusive, console at least, probably PC releases out there. Yeah, so that turned out to be really interesting. So let's have a look in the box and see what I got. Firstly then, of course, I had to pick up this for my collection, wrestling collection that is. It is SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, released on the PlayStation 2, and then the Xbox 360 here, PSP as well, but that doesn't really matter. Yeah, so it's, as far as I know, the exact same game. However, it runs in widescreen, it's in HD, probably just 720p I believe, but it looks so much better. And for this video I will be doing some comparisons of the original version and the Xbox 360 version, just so you can see. Yeah, so this cost me a whole £3. Yeah, nice and cheap, because why wouldn't it be? Not too keen on SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. 2006 for me was the peak of wrestling games. I don't think there's been a wrestling game as good as SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 since SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. 2007 they changed up controls. I didn't particularly care for how it worked then. I've had bits of fun with others. 2014 I enjoyed that one. 2K22 I've played some of that, and I have to admit the new style liked it, but 2007 never cared for it. But now I own the HD version, and yeah, it looks considerably better. Plays, as far as I can tell, the exact same. I played them back to back, and yeah, didn't really notice any difference gameplay wise, but it just looks and sounds considerably better. So yeah, that's the first game there. Right, next we have let's have a look at the prices. Oh, a £6 game, and now I put some sticky stuff remover on the on these games, because they had some stickers that I just couldn't get off, so I used my sticky stuff remover. That's literally what it's called, to get the stuff off. It's usually fantastic, but it seems to have messed with the plastic on the cases for some reason. It's never done this with any other games that I've used it on, just the 360 ones. But yeah, so some of these game cases are going to look a bit crappy sadly now, but yeah. Anyway, Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. Stupidly long title, very fun game. Yeah, so I own this on original Xbox, and it looks and plays really well on that. I was always astonished by how good it looked. Just the opening scene, you know, you're on the boat and you go into the island and there's a big storm and everything. It's all raining, thunder and lightning. I love that kind of look and that atmosphere. It's fantastic. Yeah, in widescreen and HD, looks and sounds even better. You know, the difference is fantastic. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they did anything with the lip syncing. It is still atrocious. As you can see, you don't have sound. I might try and get the talking in just for a few seconds just so you can see it. But when the woman is checking on you to see if you're okay, yeah. Hello. Basically like that. But yeah, apart from that, it does look stunning in HD. The colours and the lighting, so much better. Still, you know, not what you could expect from graphics from later games on this console generation. You know, it's a very early game. It's basically getting a PS2 game and upscaling it, remastering it, whatever they did with it. It's not as good as it could be probably if it came out a few years later, but still fantastic compared to the original. And £6, and I'm a huge fan of this game. Never seen the film, never been interested in the film. The game, absolutely fantastic. And yeah, only available on the Xbox 360 in HD. Next then, another game I have on the original Xbox, and this one was an £8 game, and that is Gun. Yeah, a Wild West style game. Obviously Red Dead Revolver was another one that was out on the PS2 and the Xbox 3. Did it come out on the original Xbox? Probably did. I don't think it came out on GameCube, but yeah. Everyone seems to forget that game and just jump to Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, but Western style shooters, we have more than one, and Gun is another. And from what I've played of it, which unfortunately is brief, from I actually own it 3 times. I own the PS2 and the Xbox version. I'll be showing the Xbox version to compare with this one. But yeah, seems pretty fun. You and your dad, you know, it's your business going hunting for whatever, like a boating, shipping company or whatever. You provide them with the food. And yeah, I've only played, like I said, a little bit of it, and it looks and plays phenomenal on the Xbox 360 version. I think I actually found it easier to shoot and aim as well. It might just be the improved control on the 360. It's a lot better controller, even though I love the Duke. 360 controller's top notch. And Gun, yeah, looks and plays fantastic. And it's one of those games I always wanted to finally go through and play, and I think I might do, and if I do, it's going to be this version that I'm playing. Yeah, so it's in widescreen, colours look better, everything just looks better, sound quality is better as well, and it controls better in my opinion as well with the 360 pad. So there is Gun. And lastly, also for £8, bringing my total up to £25 exactly. Another one with a dodgy cover, thanks to my the sticky stuff remover. But yeah, this was the game that was on my want list that kickstarted the idea, and that is Burnout Revenge. So I have the original on the Xbox, and it's a blast. It really is. It's one of the best Burnout games in my opinion. Some people go with 3, some people will maybe go with Paradise City. But yeah, Revenge right up there as far as I'm concerned. And it's a blast, and I never realised how bad it looks. Really, when you play it, the cars in front just look like kind of moving blobs. You can't really make it out on the TV. It looks better in the recorded footage, but on the TV not as well. Yeah, once you load this up, it even has a thing that's like now you're playing in HD and it shows you the original footage and how it looks, then stretches it all out, makes it nice widescreen HD to see what you're going to get, and it looks phenomenal. Of all the games I got this month, this one is the one that really looks so much better in HD and probably benefits more from being in HD because you can actually see the cars in front of you and the track and everything a whole lot better. It is phenomenal. I had a blast playing this and even the original version. Recorded footage of the original version, playing through the same part. Just the first mission where you're just ramming into cars and trying to get as much points as possible by forcing them to crash. Amazing fun, but I had so much more fun playing it in the HD version on the 360. So there we go, 4 games for the Xbox 360 for £25 that are only in HD on the 360 and last gen for everywhere else. So interesting there. Right, let's move those out of the way. Let's get the Wheel of Doom. And let's have a look and see what I'm going to collect for next month. Right, okay. Let's get spinning the wheel. Oh, without my finger in the way. And what are we going to land on? 35. 35 is the Nintendo Wii. Right, okay. Let's put this back, if I can, in the same place. Right then, so next month is the Nintendo Wii. Have this quite often, to be honest, and it's always fun when I do it because the Wii has a massive library and a ton of underrated, not quite gems, but definitely underrated games because, as I always say, the Wii, people often think of it, yeah, you know, old people had it and kids and stuff and they had their fun little games and it had, you know, your Marios and your Zeldas and Smash Brothers and, you know, a few other games here and there, but for the most part it was shovelware. And there is a lot of shovelware on the system, yes, but there are so many really good games that went under the radar, so it's always good to collect these and show them off. So, I'm bigcal, thanks for watching, I'll see you again next month for DIY Gaming Box, but starting tomorrow, it is Dragon Quest Tober 2, the second Dragon Quest Tober month, and yeah, tomorrow there'll be a video explaining the schedule for the month with Dragon Quest Tober, so look out for that. Cannot wait to show off what I've done. So I'll see you again tomorrow, hopefully.